Today's video is, do you put yourself in the stress bin? Everything we do in our life is patterns. We shop at the same grocery store in the same way, we go to work often the same way, fill up at the same gas station. In relationships and in relationship to ourselves, we also have the same patterns of acting and reacting. And until you become conscious and aware of what you're doing, you will continue to do those patterns. Recently, I was traveling and the airline delayed and delayed and delayed. And then we were overnight. And then we came the next morning and it was delay, delay, delay. And on top of that, I realized that I had left my computer at security when I went through. And I didn't discover it until the night when they put us up in the hotel. And so there I was. Oh my gosh, I've lost my computer. My business is on my computer. It's my lifeline. I could have really went into the stress pattern and the stress spin, actually. In doing this work, I've discovered a lot of things about myself, and one of the best things is about the Enneagram personalities. And my stress pattern for my 2 supporter personality is, boy, when life happens, I go to the 8 asserter and I take life by the horns, and I attempt to overcome it and make things better and control it and really go into it and use that big energy that 8s have to make things happen. But how do you make things happen when your computer is gone? And so I had a choice that night. I realized it was gone. I had remembered putting it into the bin at security, so I knew it was there, and the chances of getting it back were probably pretty slim. And what I would have done in the past was I would have went through a whole cycle of, how could I be so stupid? What a dumb thing to do. I should have been, the shoulds are big when you're beating up on yourself. I should have paid more attention. All of those things would have just taken me into the spiral. I would have spent a night sleepless, frantic. Now I have to buy a new computer, but worse than that, how do I capture everything, put it onto my computer? But I didn't do any of that. With the work that I've been doing, I have realized that if I let go of outcome and I stay present in myself, it makes a whole different experience. And so I just took some deep breaths, and it's either gone or it's not. And I'll deal with it just like I deal with the rest of my life if it's gone. That put me in a much more calm, powerful place. It is about taking control of yourself, the sense of control that comes when you can say, you know what it is, and I'm just going to do the best that I can with the situation. So I went to the airport the next day, and lo and behold, my computer was in lost and found. And the lady said, this rarely happens. You are very, very lucky. And so timing is an amazing thing as well, because if I'd have got on that flight, my computer, even if I'd have phone lost and found, would have still been back in Vancouver. What I want you to know is that every personality has their own stress pattern, their own ways of handling things. But the cool thing about the Enneagram is it has a path of development. It helps us recognize those patterns and those stress spins that we put in, because every personality does stress differently. And when you can see the patterns, when you can understand what's happening, why it's happening, and how to change it, that gives us a real sense of control over our lives and managing our lives. But most importantly, it raises our self-esteem. I don't do those old patterns of, you're so stupid, you should have, what were you thinking, how dumb of you. I don't do that anymore. That's not beneficial to me. And so I do the best that I can with understanding my Enneagram personality. It has been life-changing for me, absolutely life-changing. I live much more in peace and gratitude, and I know who I am to the depth of my being. And I know who I can become and be my best self. I really encourage you, stop the struggle and the stress spins. learn about your personality, go to my website. I do personality readings for you to help you understand who you are and how to become the person you're meant to be, and most importantly, how to get loved the way you need. eileenhead.com. Go under programs, and there you can book a personality reading. Until next time.